Hi, hello friends, and welcome to today's video. Hi, hello, and in today's video, I am going to be redrawing some old art and turning turning it gay for Pride Month. So, for this video, I I didn't know what to do. I wanted to do something for Pride, but if you look at my video history, I've basically done everything under the sun for Pride. Until I was like, you know what? I was looking at my old art because I was like, I want to do a redraw, and I decided I wanted to redraw some old art for this video, and then I decided I would, since it was already Rainbow Nyan Cat, I'd make it gay. Uh, there's a little bit more to this, like the neon binary joke. If so this character is a she/they neon binary. They also exclusively live off of battery acid. You'll see I didn't really change very much of this character's design because it's not for a Nyan Cat person. This is if you don't have to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it ain't really that broke, so it didn't need that much fixing. It only really needed the hoodie was really bad, and I fixed the hoodie, and that was really it. I gave the shorts a belt, but that's just because belts are fun. It has nothing to do with it being a good or bad design. I just like belts. For the pose, I knew what I was trying to do back then, which was just like a running, kind of like a running pose, but I wasn't really quite a relaxed running pose, I guess. And I wasn't really that great at achieving that at all. So it turned out like whatever that pose is. So for this one, I wanted to do kind of like they're leaning forward, like they're lunging, with a kind of a playful expression and the peace sign to be like, oh look, I'm just messing around, I'm relaxed. Along with like, there's no like sign of sweating or exertion. It's just like a lunging, kind of a lunging position with a relaxed, which gives off this like running relaxed look. At least I think it does. For the rendering, I did it very similar to how I usually do it for my style, but I did change it a little bit. So instead of rendering off of a black, I rendered off of a gray with base colors put onto like 20 or 40% opacity, and then put on top of the gray to give it more of this like blended watercolor-y effect, and I think it turned out really well. I didn't realize how I like this a lot. I might do this more for more of my lighter colored characters. I've already started, if it's a lighter colored character or if it's in a lighter situation, like it's like a midday, I already do something where I basically just render them over the gray, but I might try adding in more of that kind of like blendy dreaminess of how I did the underpainting, where I like rendered over it, or I made a base color that's like weakly colored in and desaturated, and then colored over it in a more saturated. I'm not sure how it gave off this more dreamy vibe, but it just did, and I think it worked out really well for this piece specifically. I really enjoyed the way it looked. I also really enjoy the eyes. They're very basic, but they get across the point of sparkly stars. I didn't want to change the eyes too much from the original picture, so they're still the same. I also tried to do something new with the rendering for the flag. Instead of doing line art for each individual line, I decided to just make it paint it on, which I think it worked out pretty well. It looks like an actual printed fabric. It's kind of like how when you draw a tattoo, you make the tattoo really simple compared to your drawing, so you're not like, so it looks like a tattoo on a cartoon character instead of just a sticker. So I really think it worked out pretty well. For the rest of this, it's pretty much this almost very similar to the old drawing. I added in the galaxy, I added in a rainbow outline to highlight the fact that this is a Nyan Cat and gay. Um, I really enjoyed this drawing. It was a ton of fun. It was nice going back to my roots for a little bit, which was just drawing Nyan cat people. Oh, and Toriko people. If anyone remembers The Last Guardian, uh, those were my two like hardcore obsessions back then. Which, yeah, I mean the dragon thing stuck. The Nyan cat not so much. So not so much. But I did really enjoy doing this. I had a fun time playing around with the rendering a little bit. Playing around with rendering can be fun. Just trying something different and it's not just the same. Especially with like drawing, just experimenting it's nice. I used to like the more perfect rendered style, but as I've like grown as an artist, I prefer this more messy rendering because it kind of not to be Debbie Downer. With AI, my art looks more real, because I actually use real paint strokes. At least I like to think so. Uh, and it just makes it adds kind of almost adds texture to digital art, which usually it does not have. Like the way I blend it, I think it looks like a real paint, but digital, and I think it looks quite nice. And especially this, it looked like it when I was maybe not as much. It like compared to my other artwork in my style, this looks a lot like watercolor, and I really enjoy that because I really like watercolors. They're very cool. Um, but yeah, I had a really fun time doing this. I know I've repeated myself like 17 times. Forgive me. After doing the series of building Hyphira right before this one, it was nice to kind of take a load off and just draw an Ion Cat. That was great. I had a fun time doing this. I had a fun time redrawing this character. I had a fun time making the outfit. Overall, this character design, 10 out of 10. This was fun. Um, this is yeah. I'm not sure what to do for my next video. This is me going off of the artwork because I have nothing else to say. I did want to yap a little bit more. Um, I am not sure what I think I'm gonna do another shading tutorial, because I did a rendering tutorial, but I wanted to do one kind of based off of the different types of shading. It's either that or you guys are gonna get another redraw, but this one's gonna be late, because it was supposed to be my mermaid redraw, and it's late. As of talking about this, I'm not done with that drawing yet because I finished it initially and then I hated it, and so I redid it. I redid it. So it's not done yet, but it'll be there eventually. I Yeah. Um, Other than that, if there's anything you guys want me to do for a video, comment it down below. If you want to see more Hyphira, I'm not sure what else I can add uh, to make more Hyphira stuff, but if you want it, I will figure out a way to get it to you in some way, shape, or form. Uh, when I do start actually making this game and writing it, some more will come up here, but not a lot because I do want to keep some surprises for you guys. I would, since you guys would be the main people like looking at this game, I don't want there to be spoilers. So if I do start doing stuff with it, it's probably not going to be on here very much. Maybe some like designs, but like I'm gonna keep you guys completely in the dark as much as physically possible for the story because I wanted this to be a fun experience for you guys. Um, I or I want this game, if I make it, to be a really good experience for you guys. There we go, sentences. But yeah, I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my little yap session at the end of this video. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you are already subscribed, leave a comment. If you are not subscribed, I'm looking at you. You can like, subscribe, and comment. Oh my god. If you want to get more updates from me and hear from me a little bit, my Discord server is down in the links below, along with my Ko-fi and all my other social media. So if you want to find me elsewhere, those would be the places to find me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!